Oh, good morning, morning, morning. Sponsorships. It's not a sponsorship. That's a joke. That was a joke. We don't do sponsorships here. Morning, everybody. Sponsored by mushrooms, I guess. What did I just get done doing? Boy, I gotta trim that. Look at that. I gotta trim that. I gotta make it so pretty. Look at that hair. Oh, I'm having a day. Boy, this is an irresponsible way to start the show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. You know, they make us click this. Is this show made for children? No. No. Nope. We try not to say any bad words or talk about anything like goofy or anything. Right? Cough it all out. But I certainly wouldn't want. Oh boy. Good morning, everybody. Morning. Welcome to Tea with Brock. Oh man. Or whatever this thing is. No, we're gonna be goofy. No, we're gonna be goofy. What do you think? You should be goofy. Look at this. I'm actually super happy right now. Look at what's going on. It's raining. I love the rain. I don't know about you. See, you can't really tell, but it's raining. Oh, God, terrible. Terrible, terrible. Everybody, Pops is super sick. There's no way of Sans or Goofy's about it. Like, he's getting his butt kicked by something right now. Thanks, Penny. He hasn't really been able to eat or drink anything for the last couple of days, so like he's okay. He's able to like walk around, but yeah, he's definitely getting his butt kicked by something. So that's why we kind of had a pause yesterday. He hasn't really been active at all. Morning, Sandman. Smolders, morning, everybody. So yeah, Pops is sick. We'll try and get him to, get some food or water down. But I mean, we're trying, Penny. You can't really keep any of it down right now. So we might even have to like head out to the the old farm, and no, it's not food poisoning. He's really. It really got a hold of him. Whatever it is going on inside of him, it really got a hold of him. So, but it's not. It might be food. I don't know. But, he's okay. He'll be all right. We'll get him working, up and dancing about and shrooning and shrooning. Shrooning. Crooning about. So. I apologize that it's gonna be me today again. He was feeling okay, and then something got a hold of him, and so it's okay. Shroonin, Kimberly, shroonin. I was thinking about this earlier this morning. Pops told a story. Some guy was like, I can't believe there's some guy in his dining room doing this every day. And it's like, I was trying to think of like what we were going to do for the show. No giveaways today. Remember the website though, fungi2u.com, fungi2u.com. Our orders are going to be a little paused. Again, Pops is out of commission for a little while. So, if you don't pay for anything until you talk to them, okay? Like, we're a little backed up, okay? Keep that in mind. I'm not trying to do anything about business or anything on this silly little thing. So, we got 27 people here. I got 11 likes. I noticed these things. I don't care. I just noticed them. So, morning, Tad. No, I know. It's not about prizes or giveaways. I'm just letting you know. Like, some people are here. They're like, oh, man, Pops gives, all this stuff away. I don't. What I do like to give away is silly little stories, though. So we got these cards. I'm also going to read for you, if that's okay. A couple months ago, back in January, I read from this book by Alan Watts. I don't know if you guys know who Alan Watts is. Anybody, give me some emojis for Alan Watts. And if you know who he is, or you maybe heard of him, Alan Watts. He wrote the book, I think is what it was, or something like that. Oh, Cereal, you're adorable. Thank you. You're my prize. Emojis. Alright, we got people to know. Killer. So, what I'm going to do is I'll do one reading. Silly. Don't take any of this seriously. Don't take me seriously doing any of this or anything like that, alright? We'll do one set of cards. We'll do one little goofy goof. And then I'll do a reading from Alan Watts here. Becoming What You Are. Or Become What You Are by Alan Watts. And you can see there's like a little mirror thing, but it's a little distorted because that's who you are is a little distorted. It's kind of fun. Alright, I'm trying to think. Alright, I got the number between 1 and 100, and we'll get your card read. 1 and 100. Alright, go. 1 and 100, and I'll do your cards. I got your number. Don't worry, I have it in my head. Don't worry. Alright, 1 and 100, and we'll see what kind of lag we can deal with here. We got 57, 63, 69, 39. Kim, how is your automobile? 77. Hager GM 23, 32, 40, 43, 1, 99, 89, 46, 18, 59, 22, 17, 99, 47, 29, 73, 44, 69, 45, 17, 55. Like I should have Dave, I think they fixed it. Haha, 0, 34, 800, 82, 50, 37, 56, 17, 40. Wait a second. 80082. That's a zip code. 19. I'm out sick as well. Much love, everyone. 142 0. Oh, 420. Haha. 4715432 Oops. It's actually in those numbers. 580085 1-99. Kim, they like say it comes out in the pudding. 3 1-40 1 through 40. Oh, I see what you 1-4 2 4 and the 3 66 3 808. I like the 808 actually. If you the 808's the beginning of electronica music. 76 75 74. Good job there tonight. Going one by one. Me like pudding. 21. 0 is, it's actually kind of a number. It's in the 50s is what I'll go. So number between 50 and 60. How about that? And it's not 50 or 60. Number between 50 and 60, and it's not 50 or 60. 53, 55, 54, 51, 9, 59, 55, 54, 86, 54, 53, 52. Aaron Colvin. Aaron Colvin's paying attention. Nice job, Aaron Colvin. Aaron Colvin, 52. Aaron Colvin, 52. Tad Lewis. Aaron Colvin got it first. 52. There's the lag. I was waiting for the lag. Hell yeah, Aaron. There's the lag. I was waiting for this. Alright. So while we're letting all of this recalibrate itself, we'll wash these cards. Aaron Colvin, nice job. We'll just do a basic 3-card, go at it. Maybe you've seen what I'd like to do is then, now, and later about whatever it is you want the cards to talk to you about. So, meanwhile, I'm going to tell you goofy little stories. So this week, we're really getting back into doing art. And so like outside, I get to go outside into the garage, into our lush lounge is what we call it. And do art out there. The unfortunate thing is that yesterday it got up to 96 degrees. And 96 degrees in Michigan is like 110 degrees everywhere else. Because of how wet it is, you know. Oh, don't worry, Pennypack. I try to stay away from Pops as often as I can. I avoid him because he makes me do things. He's like, hey, are you making a mess? Yeah. And he's like, all right, good. Keep doing that. I'm like, I don't want to keep making a mess. No, I'm kidding. Pops and he's a good guy. I was thinking earlier today, okay, so we'll finish the art point. Yesterday I wasn't able to hang out in the garage because it was too hot and the weather was just, God. Maybe I'll get to later on today because it's raining and it might blow off some of that, you know, that heat, steamy heat, you know, or it might create more. You never know. Keep thinking about your cards, what you want the deck to talk to you about. Alright. And we'll separate this into 3 piles, and you will get to pick which pile I'll do my... Alright, what pile are we working with? We got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, you pick the pile, and we'll work with that. Meanwhile, alright, Aaron, we got pile number 2. Got a little handy book here. Aaron, it's a good day. It really is. I'm going to be able to finish working on the first 6 little canvases that I purchased. I bought like a 12-pack, and 6 of them are wrapped and 6 are unwrapped. And so I figure, well, I'll just do like a series of 6, right? And so this first series of 6 is going to be me messing around with markers and pens. And in the next series is going to be messing around with some acrylic paint that I bought. I bought a set of acrylic paint, real cheap, like, and you can tell it's rinky-dink because they're like, oh, you get brushes, right? And the brushes they give you are the rinky-dinkiest brushes ever, and only 3. And it said you only get 3, and I was like, all right, I get 3. But the rinky-dinky of them are just like, oh man, you get what you pay for, and you don't skimp on the good stuff. My mom always taught me that you don't skimp on the good stuff. All right, so here we go, Aaron. Here we go. We're thinking about what you want the cards to talk to you about. We got then, we got now, and later. Like, what are some of the things that, like, maybe, like, that's a good lesson my mom always taught me, and I remember it too. It's like, she's always like, if you're going to treat yourself, treat yourself. You know, like, get the good soda. You know, don't get the Shasta. Shasta lady, if you're on here, you know I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, nobody likes Shasta. Like, I like Shasta lady. She's a great lady, great person. But nobody, come on, man. If you're going to get Pepsi, you know, like, there's a reason why they can afford all the advertising and marketing. Don't skimp on the good stuff. I only got cream soda because we couldn't afford actual soda. You know what I mean? Like, to this day, A&W root beer is a lie. Cream soda. It's a house of horrors. That entire restaurant is just a house of horrors. Vanilla ice cream in your soda. Root beer? You ever got drunk off root beer? I have. Worst root beer I've ever had. I was faded. Root beer. I don't think it was root beer. Aaron, let's look at your card, okay? Remember, we're going to work with positions, so if it's reversed, it's reversed. If it's not, okay. Keep it in mind, Aaron. Here we go. Remember, this is all fun. We're just having games, okay? We have, is it the 8 of Wands? 8 of Wands. All right, here we go. This card represents motion through the immovable, a flight of wands through an open country. Activity and undertaking is the path of such activity, swiftness as that of an express messenger, great haste, great hope, speed towards an end which promises assured felicity, that which is in the move, also the arrows of love. Fast-paced, on the go, 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 collect those $200, always on the go. That was then, this is now. So, prudence, also and especially treason, dissimulation, corruption, roguery. So this is one of those cards that has those deep meanings. Or you can look at it as exactly what the card is, the hermit. What is a hermit? Someone that just hangs out at home. All right, so you were on the go, go, go. Now, you're not quite on the go, go, go. And nobody really, like, trusts the hermit, you know what I mean? Like, what are they up to? You know, so maybe some aspect or something's going on that's like, what are they up to? You know, what are they up to? So on the how do we deal with that, or the later of it all, like, so there were big ideas, like immovable ideas, like how the hell, how are you shooting arrows through the air? Like, it takes some. You think about it, like way back, the first arrow that was shot, like someone was like, look, I'm going to put a feather on the back end of this stick, and then I'm going to take a cow intestine and stretch it between the two ends of this other stick, and then I'm going to aim it at something that's painted in red and white, and I'm going to try and shoot it more than 3 feet away from me. Let's see if that works. Boom, bow and arrow. All right, so that's what you got. You got like cow intestine, 2-stick, feather ideas that turn into war. Or archery contests. William Tell, a cool story, you know, with the apple off the head instead of war. And so now, not so much. Now maybe someone's kind of hiding some of these ideas instead of just setting them off, you know. Now it's like, yeah, you're right. I got a whole crap ton of arrows. You know, the hermit's sitting on a crap ton of arrows. Maybe, I don't know. So let's deal with that. Let's deal with that. Ooh, the world. What's the world represent? Let's figure this out. All right, the world is assured success, route, voyage, emigration, flight, change of place. Right? So, if you get this guy out of there, if you quit hiding, if you quit sitting on your arrows, you'll get the world. Dude! That was a good one. If you quit sitting on your arrows, you'll hit the bullseye. I did it. I did it. That was a good reading. Stupid hermit. What a confusing card. Stupid hermit. Quit sitting on your arrows. Oh, sorry, Karen. I can't quite see what's going on the screen. Yeah, Pops is sick. All right, we're monitoring them. So, no, they're arrows. They're arrows, Lee. Quit sitting on your arrows. Well, they do, Trippin. You're right. Trippin says hermits need love too. Yeah, we can't. He can't keep anything down, Aviator. So we'll. So nice job, Aaron. That was a good reading. I appreciate you. Thanks for letting me do those cards for you. Quit sitting on your arrows, buddy. Alright, quit sitting on them. Shoot them. Shoot those arrows. Shoot your shot. Don't be afraid. You got them. Shoot your shot. There's another way of looking at it. I just feel like it's all going to turn into like one of those cat memes where it's like, you keep hanging in there. Like, I don't want to do that with this reading. So shoot your shot. That's the last one of it. It's really funny because back in the 70s, Richard Dawkins, the biological evolutionary biologist, Richard Dawkins, who is product placement. Super famous for like attempting to explain to children the elegance of nature versus the inelegance of human thought. And he tried to say that human thought was simple. And it was based on memes, and he coined the term memes, which are kind of like pictorial or simplified methods of explaining social mores and norms, you know, and how they're easily passed between and such. Morning, Sling Blade. Um, so I don't know. It was really cool. But memes, like, and so all the memes that we share on Facebook and Instagram and such are all just kind of like demonstrations of society, social um, interactivity. I guess I don't know. I can't really think of another way to explain it. But Richard Dawkins coined that term, and it's really funny because we have used memes to win elections. Republicans have used memes to win elections. Republicans who are conservatives are usually who are the type who don't believe in evolution, you know. And when they find out that memes were coined by Richard Dawkins because they are simple creatures, easily coined and explained, cognitive dissonance kicks in, and then they forget that cognitive dissonance occurs, and they were like, I mean, opinions are facts, right? I mean, if I believe it, just because I believe it doesn't mean it's not true, is what cognitive dissonance is. Not just conservatives, not just liberals, people, humans, because we're goofy creatures. You know, we get sucked into our habits, you know. I lean a little heavier towards the left side of things, I guess, if you want to call it like that. So I have a little heavier tone on some of my words, and I apologize for that. I don't mean to, but live bacteria, LAB. Okay, Aviator. All right, I'm gonna read from Become Who You Are. And I felt compelled to do this. I've read this before a couple months ago. I've been testing out all of my library of goodies, creating art, and it's a great book. You are correct, Trippin. And this morning I woke up and I was like, I probably gotta take over the show today. I was like, it spoke to me that I should read this again. So, I'm gonna read this. The passage is Zen. It's gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna lose you. Don't worry. If you gotta leave and you're like, oh my God, this is boring. It is. Don't worry, I'm reading. I hate it when I'm listening to people read. That's not true at all. It's not true at all. Third grade teacher, Mr. Johnson. Yeah? That was my 5th grade teacher, was Mr. Johnson. Oh, I can't remember. Mr. Jones, maybe? Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, I think, my 3rd grade teacher, he read books to us out loud, and I loved it. And in 4th and 5th grade, I was able to convince my teacher, Morning Mary, that it would be cool if I read to the class, and the teacher was like, okay. And I read a book out loud to the class, and everyone was like, I want to read to the class too. And so it became a thing, and so that was cool. Blah, 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 blah. And then I had a girlfriend at one time who was like, I really like it when you read to me. And I read to her the short story 1482, not 1402, the Stephen King short story. You know, good little romantic story there. Zen. Although Zen is a word of only 3 letters, 3 volumes would not explain it, nor even 3 libraries of volumes. If one were to compile books on the subject to the end of time, they would not explain it. For all that could be written would only be ideas about Zen, not Zen itself. This is Alan Watts. writing about Zen. Indeed, whoever imagines he has explained Zen has in fact only explained it away. It can no more be bound by a definition than the wind can be shut in a box without ceasing to be wind. Thus, any attempt to write on Zen may seem an absurdity from the beginning, but that is only so if either reader or writer imagines that Zen can be contained in a set of ideas. A book about London is in no sense London itself, and no sane person would dream of thinking that it is. Yet, apparently intelligent people often make the equally ridiculous mistake of identifying a philosophical system, a dogma, a creed, with ultimate truth, imagining that they have found that truth embraced in a set of propositions which appeals to their reason. Basically, something you can relate to, right? Like easily relatable. There are thousands of men and women searching through volume after volume, visiting religious societies and attending the lectures of famous teachers. Alan Watts. In the vain hope that they will one day come upon some explanation of the mysteries of life, some saying, some idea, which will contain the solution to the infinite riddle. Capitalized, infinite riddle. Some continue the search till they die. Others imagine that in various ideologies they have found what they desire, and a few penetrate beyond ideas about truth to truth itself. There are some religions and philosophies which lend themselves more easily than others to the error of mistaking the idea for the reality. Religions in which the creed and the symbol are emphasized at the expense of the spiritual experience which they are intended to embody. This, however, is less a reflection on those religions than on the ignorance of their devotees. Church is just being church. They're just doing what they do. Sorry, people are people. But there is at least one cult in which this error is almost impossible, precisely because it has no creed, no philosophical system, no canon of scriptures, no intellectually comprehensible doctrine. So far as it can be called a definite cult at all, it consists of devices for freeing the soul from its fetters. Devices which are picturesquely described as fingers pointing at the moon. And he is a fool who mistakes the finger for the moon. This cult is Zen, a form of Buddhism that developed in China and now flourishes principally in Japan. Zen is itself a Japanese word, derived from the Chinese Chan or Channa, a form of the Sanskrit dhyana, which is usually rendered in English as meditation or contemplation. This, however, is a misleading translation of Zen. For although in the terminology of yoga, dhyana signifies a certain state of contemplation, a state of what we should somewhat inaccurately call trance, Zen is a far more inclusive term. We come nearer to its meaning if we remember that the word dhyana or dhyana is related to gnana, the Greek gnosis or knowledge, in the very highest sense of that word, which is to say supreme spiritual enlightenment. Gnana, another form of which is sometimes spelled Dzyan, D-Z-Y-A-N, is very close to Zen, and the more so when we remember that Zen is said to have come into the world at the moment when Gautama the Buddha found enlightenment when sitting one night under the famous Bodhi tree at Bodhi Gaya in northern India. I'm lost. Keep going. Amen. There, according to the teachers of Zen, he found something which cannot be expressed in any form of words, an experience which every man must undergo for himself, which can no more be passed on from one man to another than you can eat another person's food for him. Zen, however, as a specific cult, is mainly a product of the Chinese mind. Buddhism developed in India as a highly subtle and abstract system of philosophy, a cult of sublime otherworldliness, perfectly suited to the inhabitants of a hot climate where life is able to flourish with little labor. You can kind of be lazy and sit about. The Chinese and Japanese, on the other hand, have a climate nearer to our own and have the same practical bent as the peoples of Northern Europe. Perhaps the greatest triumph of Buddhism is that it was able to adapt itself to a mentality so far removed from the Indian. Thus, Zen has been described as the Chinese revolt against Buddhism. It would be nearer the truth to call it the Chinese interpretation of Buddhism, although the term revolt certainly conveys the fierce, almost iconoclastic character of Zen. This is different than anything else than you've ever done kind of stuff that you'll hear Zen people say. A cult which has no patience with any practice or formula, which has not immediate relationship with the one thing of importance, enlightenment. If you're not trying to be a good person, what are you doing? Well, that's what this is all about. To understand this revolt or interpretation or revolutionary interpretation, some of the fundamentals of Buddhism must be borne in mind. All right, so we're going to get into Buddhism a little bit here. We're reading about Zen because I want to, because you're here. We'll do another set of cards and we'll get the heck out of here, okay? Thanks for bearing with me. All right. So we're going to read about Buddhism here for a little bit and get a little bit more background about Zen. All right. Lee, I don't think you could be a jerk. She said that she reserves the right to be a jerk sometimes. Yeah, maybe being human. I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, thank you, Kim. I'm enjoying everything that I read as I look up, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm reading this silly book. The Buddha, who lived some 600 years BCE, taught that life, as we live it, is necessarily unharmonious because of the selfish, possessive attitude we adopt towards it. In Sanskrit, this attitude is called Trishna, often mistranslated desire. And though there is no word for it in English, it may be understood as the craving to resist change, to save our own skins. So it's a possessive attitude. We want what we already have at all costs. To possess those whom we love. In fact, to hold on to life like grim death. All right, so this is who I am. And that particular phrase has its moral. If anything that lives and moves is held, it dies like a plucked flower. Egotism is a fierce holding on to oneself. I am that I can say that. It is building oneself up in a haughty stronghold, refusing to join in the play of life. I don't go hiking. No, that's ridiculous. I don't fish. Are you Shrooms? No, I don't. Egotism is a fierce holding on to oneself. It is building oneself up in a haughty stronghold, refusing to join in the play of life, refusing to accept the eternal laws of change of movement to which all are subject. But that refusal can only be illusion. Whether we like it or not, change comes, and the greater the resistance, the greater the pain. You could have added shrooms, but now you got bipolar. I'm kidding, you don't do that. Buddhism perceives the beauty of change, for life is like music in this. If any note or phrase is held for longer than its appointed time, the melody is lost. Thus, Buddhism may be summed up in two phrases: let go and walk on. Drop the craving for self, for permanence, for particular circumstances, and go straight ahead with the movement of life. The state of mind thereby attained is called nirvana. Basically, keep going. But this is a teaching easy to misunderstand, for it is so easy to represent the doctrine of letting go as an utter denial of life in the world, and nirvana is a state infinitely removed from all earthly concerns. So let me pause there for a minute. Last night, my best friend, I've been talking to this guy since 2004. We've been through the shit together. I've seen him at his best and his worst. He's seen me at my best and my worst. And he's going through some stuff, you know? And gets emotional at the weirdest times, and he texts me at the weirdest times, and he's like, dude, I'm in the forest, and I'm lonely out here, and I got a broken heart. He's looking at trees, like, texting me about it. He's got a broken heart, you know, and I'm like, I get it. Yeah, I get it. All right, man. Wow. Cool trees. How many trees, you know, like, what do the trees look like? That's dope here in the trees, though. You know, like, I can't fix you. I can't tell him not to have a broken heart, right? I'm like, oh, man, that's rough. You know? And he texts me, and he's like, man, I just want to say thank you for, like, letting me be who I am and not telling me to just, like, shut up and move on. And I'm like, move on from what, man? You're doing okay. Just keep going, you know? So, just be there. What are you moving on from? Like, he's got some stuff going on. And he's like, I'm really you know? Yeah, it's okay. Just keep, you're good. So, anyhow. And that's what we do, that wind emoji that you guys are all, so. Now he's like, you know, cause he texts me a lot. I'm kidding, but, cause I text him a lot too. We're like two hens in the hen house, just clucking at each other all day. It's beautiful. I love that guy. That's my boy. And so, you know, we were just clucking at each other yesterday. And he's like, hey, thanks for letting me clock. And I was like, clock? Zen, however, corrected this error in the most surprising and unique manner. So much so that a great part of the Zen teachings may appear at first to be mere buffoonery or nonsense, cluck cluck. A disciple came to Zen master Shao Chu and asked, I have just come to this monastery. Would you mind giving me some instruction, please? The master replied, have you eaten your breakfast yet or not? Oh, yes, I have, sir. Then wash your dishes. It is said that as a result of this remark, the disciple was suddenly enlightened as to the whole meaning of Zen. On another occasion, a master was about to address an assembly of students when a bird began to sing in a nearby tree. The master remained silent until the bird had finished, and then, announcing that his address had been given, went away. This is my favorite little Zen teaching or little story here. Another master set a pitcher before two of his disciples. "Do not call it a pitcher," he said, "but tell me what it is." One replied, "It cannot be called a piece of wood." The master, however, was not satisfied with this answer, and he turned to the other disciple, who simply knocked the pitcher over and walked away. This action had the master's full approval. It's my favorite one. Some smart aleck student in the class has a smarmy little answer. Teacher's like, okay. And I'm like, are you trying, what kind of a question? And I just kick it over and I walk away. I'm the student that's always kicking the pot over. I'm a jerk. This action had the master's full approval, though. It will be asked whether these antics have the least connection with religion, even with ordinary sanity. Why am I kicking pitchers over? They are regarded by the exponents of Zen as full of the deepest significance. Dude, what? He must have kicked it over for a reason, man. And when we remember that Zen has been, beyond question, one of the most powerful influences in shaping the art and culture of the Far East, such behavior is entitled to respect. Kicking pitchers, man. Has it some symbolic meaning? What is it about? The answer is that it has no symbolic meaning and that it's about nothing. But it's something, and that something is very obvious but very ignored thing. Life. The Zen master is in fact demonstrating life in its actuality. Without words or ideas, he is teaching his disciples to know life directly. I don't know that it's a pitcher, but I know I can kick it over. Without words or ideas, he is teaching his disciples to know life directly. Sometimes, in answer to a religious question, he will give a smack on the face, returning to reality for an abstraction. Hey, do you think if God took acid, he would see people? Smack. If he gave a reasoned answer, the disciple would be able to analyze it, to subject it to intellectual dissection, and to imagine a mere lifeless formula as a living truth. But with a smack, a bird, a pitcher, a heap of dishes, LSD, mushrooms, there can be no mistake. That's not true. Don't do that. Don't smack a bird. Don't put a bird in front of anybody. That's rude. A smack is here one moment and gone the next. So are birds. There is nothing you can catch a hold of. Nothing. So are shrooms. Other than a most lively fact, as much alive as the passing moment, which can never be made to stay. And a bird is a bird. You hear its song, but you cannot seize the notes to make them continue. What just happened? Who cares? Awesome. Oh. It just is. It's gone. I was dating this girl one time, and I went over to a friend of mine, and I was like, dude, I can't believe I'm dating this girl. And he's like, yeah, man, they're like butterflies on your hand, man. And I hated him for saying that. I was like, that's dumb. That's dumb. But almost all human interaction is like butterflies on your hand. And it's the river. I like to call it the river. Like I've met a lot of people that are just gone down the river. I'm not going to finish the rest of this. I think I hit a point where I'm done. Thank you, Alan Watts. Thanks for letting me read that out loud. Read about Zen. Basically, like, we got all this, like, mixed up. Like, we put a whole crap ton of importance on something that's like, nothing's important. Just keep doing what you're doing. Nothing's important. Just keep doing what you're doing. Unless, not doing what you're doing, I don't know. Tripping a lot. Like, I love the river too. Like, I love the water. I love the ocean. Like, I've been watching Wicked Tuna and Wicked Tuna Outer Banks, and Pretty Work and stuff like that. Well, thank you, Shasta. Really hope you didn't hear anything that I said about Shasta Soda earlier. Do not watch this over again. But like the river, sometimes you just kind of cast a stone out there and it just, stones sink and they shouldn't float and going down the river. You know what I'm saying, though, is just people get in their boats and they float down the river, and it's kind of hard, not always easy to come back upriver. So the river just takes them away. Like, all right, I guess I'll be here. So they just jump from the river. So, all right, I'm gonna wash these cards. I'm gonna try and think of a thing that we're gonna do a giveaway for. Or giveaway. We're not doing giveaways. That we're gonna figure out who gets these cards. So let me think. Okay, I got it. You'll never get this. So I might have to simplify it in my head. No, I'm not going to simplify it at all. Nope, I'm not simplifying at all. What was the very first thing I wanted to be? What was the very number one thing that I wanted to be growing up as a kid? What was the very first thing I wanted to be? That's it. That's the thing. So whoever can pick out the very first thing I wanted to be, and I'll give hints and clues. Cowboy. That's funny. That's funny. I have a picture of me with the cowboy goofiness. As a kid, I couldn't really hold things in my hand. I'm gonna let you guys keep doing that. I couldn't really hold anything in my hands, and so my mom figured out that I could hold things on my feet. And so I have a picture of me holding a toy gun in my feet as a kid. It's hilarious. All right, so we got cowboy. We got poet, aviator, fire. I think you were answering. Kieran was answering. Firefighter, astronaut, actor, astronaut, firefighter, teacher, scientist, bird, zoo worker. You wanted to be a cowboy. So, a writer. No, it was actually, first clue is 1986 cinema. First clue, 1986 cinema. Race car driver, NASA space pilot, race car driver, doctor. Hey, Brock, what's up, Beth? 1986 cinema. Ninja Turtle. That's funny, RX. A producer. Funny story that Terminator, 1986 cinema. I saw a meme about 1986 the other day. That's where this is coming from. I think E.T. was like 81? Wasn't it 80? 81? A Goonie? I think Goonie was like 84? 83, 84? What was the first thing I wanted to be growing up, Penny? Rocketeer, that's funny. I think Rocketeer is like 90? 89, 90? Ewok, that's funny, Kim. No, Ewok was, oh God, I gotta say it was like 84, 85, right? Gremlin, no. Oh, you guys are, wow, you guys are nowhere near it. That's funny. Let's just, requires engineering. It required, maybe an engineer would be like, would know what you're working with. No, let's, I'd be out on the ocean. How about that? I'd be out on the ocean. 1986 cinema, I would be out on the ocean. Muppets, astronaut, electrician, pirate, dolphin, Captain Hook, pirate. You guys are silly. No, I guess the other clue that is Scientology is my other clue. 1986 cinema, you'd be out on the ocean, Scientology. Out on the ocean, Scientology. Abyss, Jacques Cousteau. Pilot, H-Teen, you're almost pilot. Come on, pilot, Mel Gibson, Tom Cruise. Jet fighter pilot, Hager Bump, there it is, jet fighter pilot. Fighter pilot, Hager Bump got it. Holy bonkers, I'm sorry about that. Tom Cruise, Top Gun. Tom Cruise, Scientology. Whew, Hager, that was rough. Aviator, I keep getting in, like, it's, someone keeps jumping right in front of your ideas. Next time, let it be the next idea. Nice job, Hager. Okay, let's get to your cards real quick. That way we won't run too far over time here. Hager, you keep that in. That was a good one. Thanks for sticking around on that one. Tom Cruise, Scientologist. I keep wondering like whether or not it's actually a big deal that like Tom Cruise or John Travolta were Scientologists. You know, because like, isn't Tom Hanks like a Methodist? You know, like who cares? Who cares? Like, ooh, all the documentaries about Scientology. Yeah, ooh, the documentaries about Methodists. Ooh, the documentaries about Amish people. Ooh, the documentaries about Catholicism. Ooh, the documentaries about UFOs. Ooh, the documentaries about tarot. Ooh, the documentaries about Star Wars. Ooh, the documentaries about Legos. Is there a Lego documentary? Ooh, Bing bang, believe what you want. Let's tell stories and make sure that we have fun together. Hager, which pile, my friend? We got boop, doop, 1, 2, 3. Which pile are we working with here? Like, there it is, Hager. We got 1. All right, buddy. Keeping in mind what you want the cards to talk to you about, and we'll rock this out. All right. Seriously, like a lot of people believe in stupid stuff, and I believe in stupid stuff. You know, like it distracts me. You know, like I take a substance that's in a capsule, and it makes me see things. You know, silly colors that nobody gets to see unless they take a substance in a capsule that makes them see things like silly colors. You know, like we're goofy little creatures, and it's fine. It's fine. Then, now, later. Next time we hang out, everybody, we're making trays, okay? That's just what we're doing. I've been meaning, I want to make trays with y'all I want your, I gotta make trays, so if we're here tomorrow, you and I, we're all making trays tomorrow, okay? Hager, even if you're not here tomorrow, we're making trays tomorrow. But, you know, after the show, we're going to take care of Pops. We're going to make sure that he's doing okay. Still can't quite keep too much down, but, you know, we'll work on him. We'll get him worked out. So, if you have any orders or whatever going on, like, please give us a moment to, like, pause out and be human. All right, no pressures on us or anything. We can't really post much. I don't really know how to do too much of the things. I'm learning so that like I can take care of some of it. So please, you know, bear with us here. So Hager, let's deal with the stories. All right, Hager, here's your first card, friend. A reversed Two of Wands. A tall man looks from a battlemented roof over sea and shore. He holds a globe in his right hand and a staff in his left rests on the battlement, and another is fixed in a ring. Okay, so there's a ring, and he's holding that one there. And there's a rose, a cross, and a lily. So if you turn it this way, it's kind of like looking over a dominion, right? But if you turn it upside down the way it is here, then what it says is surprise, wonder, enchantment, trouble, or fear. All right, so it's kind of like he's looking at a map, okay? And instead of looking out at the world, he's looking at the globe. But if you turn it upside down, you get to look out at the world instead of the globe. All right, so you kind of probably got lost a little bit, looking out about you instead of focusing in. All right, so here, right side up, you can kind of focus in. You got time to focus in. Here, really not too much time to focus in. You're still out in the world. All right, which leads to now. Reversed, Seven of Swords. Which is good advice, counsel, instruction. Okay? Because so here, really trying to figure this out here, Hager. Here it means like you're holding on to your own ideas. You know what I mean? Like come hell or high water, this is what you got. This is what okay. Your ideas are or be damned. But this way means you're gonna rely on somebody else's ideas. Like you're letting them all. Your ideas are gonna drop out of your hands. Like you've already said, no more of your ideas. You're in the world. You already know your ideas aren't the best, which leads us to the Fool. Figure out that your ideas aren't the best, and you'll be on an amazing journey through a world waiting for you. All right? There's a world waiting for you to explore it. Get out of the way. Drop your old ideas and go explore. Nice. Hope that made sense, Hager. There's a world waiting for you to explore it. It's sitting there. Maybe you can go back. Maybe you can even like turn that into a globe. You know? Make it your kingdom. Just drop the old ideas, drop the swords, and you'll be on your way to having an amazing adventure. to being a fool again. You'll make mistakes again. The fool always makes mistakes. Amen to that. You know, that's what the story's all about. It's like how you recover, and what is it? The Sylvester Stallone phrase is, it's not about how hard you can hit, but how hard you can get hit and get back up. You know, so that's all I got. Let's get out of here, guys. All right, let's get out of here. We're running late. Give me some emojis and I'll read you out of here, okay? Alright, love y'all. Give me some emojis on out of here. Give me stars. Give me some stars. Aviator, you have a good day. You have a good day. Give me some star emojis and we'll get the heck out of here, everybody. It's been running late. I like to run late, because I really want to focus on telling a good story with these cards. So, well, thank you, Aviator. You be safe. Jeff, Penny, Ninja, Sling Blade, Mr. AP, Shasta, Hager Bump. You have a great day. Peace to you as well. 520, thank you. And Mr. AP, you have a great one. Lord Divine, where you at? It's good to see you. Thank you very much. JC Christ, Jesus Christ. You have a great day. D. Wilson, Ladran, Penny. Penny, it's really funny to like see different names on here than Instagram. I forget. Beth, Sling Blade, you have a great day. Jimmy, you have a great day. Well, thank you, Trippin. I was really hoping the reading worked out and I didn't bore too many people. If I did bore you, you can't get that time back. All right, love y'all. Remember, if you give a hug, you get a hug.